Hi, it's Roger here from what's on disneyplus.com. A quick news update for you guys on how Disney has cancelled a brand new Disney Plus show about Witch Mountain. But before we go any further, make sure you do hit that subscribe button to keep up with the latest Disney Plus news. Back in 2022, Disney announced that they had given a green light to the pilot for a brand new series on Disney Plus based on the classic franchise Witch Mountain. The series was set to be a modern reinvention of a cult classic that takes place in the shadow of Witch Mountain and following two teens that develop strange abilities and discover that their sleepy suburb may not be as idyllic as it seems. Now, Disney had announced that Bryce Dallas Howard, who previously starred in Jurassic World Dominion, was going to be starring in the new series. However, over the weekend at a panel during the Fan Expo Canada event in Toronto, she was asked by Collider's Maggie Lovett, where she revealed that the series would no longer be going ahead. She wanted to say, it's not happening, which is disappointing. It was a really great groove, and we really enjoyed shooting here in Toronto. Some things make it and some things don't, and that's the unfortunate truth of this industry. This would have actually been the 6th installment in the Witch Mountain franchise. They've released 5 different movies over the years, going way back to the 1970s. They then tried rebooting it as an ABC movie back in the 90s. They then tried again with a new movie in the noughties with The Rock. But it's never just really kind of managed to take off. And I think the timing of this series definitely ties into the idea of that we've seen with Disney, where they've been drastically cutting back on how much original content they create, try to cut back on costs. And we've really seen how Disney Plus originals have really brought the brunt of this, because I think they've realised that the audience just isn't really there for a lot of these shows right now. These family-friendly, big shows just are not pulling in big enough audiences to justify the cost in making them. You know, we don't know with the pilot whether or not they just thought it was okay and just not good enough. Yeah, I think we've definitely seen a big shift. I'm not entirely surprised that the show didn't go ahead. The fact that we haven't heard about this one for a while, it's good to finally have it confirmed. I definitely feel that Disney is kind of moving away from this kind of content. We've seen other shows that have also been in the works, including Swiss Family Robinson and The Secret Explorers. That was some stuff that they were working on. All of these have kind of come to a close as we have seen Disney just drastically close down how many projects it's spending on Disney Plus to make it profitable, but also, let's just be honest, audiences are just not drawn to these family-friendly shows in the way they used to be. You know, everyone's watching on different devices. People aren't necessarily coming together to watch these shows in big enough numbers. They're just not good enough. Adults are looking down on them, kind of going, oh, it's not really good enough. There's lots of other better shows to watch. Teenagers want something a little bit more edgy, and even young kids are just not interested in TV in the same way due to so many other things that are much more fun to be watching. TikToks, Fortnite, that kind of thing. So yeah, just another cancellation to add to this never-ending pile. But I think moving forward, this is probably a good thing for them to kind of get things sorted. And we're really seeing now Disney focusing more on bringing in that general entertainment stuff from Hulu to fill the void for like big TV shows. And then just kind of letting Disney Channel do the Disney stuff that for kids. And then you kind of got all the different brands and stuff. But a real just shift that we've seen over the last few years. Just good to have this finally confirmed that it's not happening. The fact that they shot a pilot, they obviously just weren't happy with it. This is the kind of good thing with having pilots. You know, they don't do as many of them as they used to. But if a pilot is made and it's not very good, there's a reason for it not being put out there. And I think that's what we need to be more aware of. You know, this has been going on for decades with pilots. But unfortunately, with the way that the internet is, everyone kind of gets known a little bit more. Years ago, this would have just been filmed. They would have said no, and we never would have known about it. But obviously, with the way that they put out the announcements and all the rest of it, it's just constantly hyping things up, which is just, again, a change in how they do it. But obviously, you can watch those previous movies of the Witch Mountain series on Disney Plus now. I've never been a huge fan of them. I didn't mind the one with The Rock in. But again, it's a reason why this franchise keeps failing and coming back, because they think they've got something of it. And I think with so many superhero kind of kids with power kind of things, there's so many of them, this just would have stood out. I don't know. But let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below. Go check us out over at whatsondisneyplus.com. Like, follow and subscribe, and I shall see you guys soon. Laters.